Aloha, it's wonderful seeing you. This video is going to be super simple, so just a quick chord review. Our E major was one of our first notes. We're going to put our first finger on the first fret of the G string. Now that's the 1, 2, 3 string. We're then going to go to the fifth string, the A string, and play our second finger. And then on the D string, which is going to be the fourth string, we're going to play our third finger. It's going to look and sound like this. Now, every one of these chords can actually be shifted in something I like to call teeter-totters. Take one finger off, put one where it was, move it over, bring it on. Same chord, different fingerings. Reason being, we can scoop this up and bar. So if you know an E major, you can also play an F major and an F sharp major and a G major, so on and so forth. If you could play an E major and you remove your finger to give it a minor third, you can then teeter-totter that to play an F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, so on and so forth. Same thing happens with the A major chord. Now the A major leaves the E string open and plays a flat chord on these three strings: the B string, the G string, and the D string. Now when we do this, we can play this A major chord with all of our fingers if we can. Pinky's kind of hard. But the main two that I play it with are my second finger and my third finger. Why? Falls on the second fret, so that feels good. And then when I move it up, I use my third finger so I'm not doing double splits. So this is a B flat major, B major, C major, C sharp major, D major, E flat major, E major, so on and so forth. When we flatten the major third, a C sharp to a C, we get an A minor. And that A minor looks exactly like the E major. It's just horizontally above and over one set of strings. And then our third or fourth kind of chord that we were doing was a D major. It's going to take our first finger and play on the G string, bookend our second finger on top of that high E string at the second fret, so a and a F sharp, and then a D right here gives us a D major. So an E major to an E minor, an A major to an A minor, and then a D major, and then we keep this finger here, we shift this finger down to right here, and then we put our first finger on the first fret to get a D minor. Notice how I'm just flippity-flopping these two fingers? This should feel interesting because this feeling, this right here, when we move horizontally and put it there, is the beginning two notes of our C major. So a C major is what we're going to end on here. E major, E minor, A major, A minor, D major, D minor. And we're going to play a C major, first finger on the B string, it's the second string on the first fret. We're going to skip a string and then play our second fret with our second finger on the D string, the fourth string, and then put our third finger on the third fret of the A string. All the other strings are open, and it gives us a C major. Next thing we're going to do is remember that an A, B flat, B, C is the same sound as a C major, and you commit that to memory. Other than that, we can take our A minor and put it into our teeter-totter and do the same thing. A minor, B flat minor, B minor, and C minor. So essentially, to have all four of these chords and play them as major and minor, we would have E major, we would have E minor, A major, A minor, D major, D minor, C major, C minor. You could also play C like this. It was very good seeing you today. I'm kind of bummed we're not going to be continuing thus far, but I do know that this is a great foundation for your musical journey. I hope that my teaching methodology was fun, and that I hope you do return, because I would love to keep putting different side notes and caveats in this book of music we're writing. Other than that, feel free, even if we're not in session, to reach out and ask me any questions when you play, if you have those questions. And to peruse my website, there is now starting to be a good amount of information on the YouTube channel that something is bound to click with this and being the next thing that you are going to look on your own. Other than that, I really enjoyed seeing you. I will see you next week, and then we will commence our lessons towards the end of this month. And then we'll pick up, if you'd like to, at another time. Other than that, I was really nice seeing you, and thank you for bringing it to my attention. Give me a heads up so I can plan for this in my schedule. Aloha!